When are you going to join the other F1 drivers on TikTok?
Haha. I think you got a point there. Like, I don't know, over the last few weeks and few months, I was thinking, okay, I like to go on the platform, but I don't know. I just thought, what sort of content I'll bring to the fans, because it's all about the fans. You wanna, show them inside, or what a life of an F1 driver looks like. And I thought maybe, I just make a big deal out of it, and I'll just come with some raw content that we film, because we have a lot of people filming all day long. So yeah, keep an eye out, because I think over the next 2 to 3 weeks there might be some good surprises.
What was your first encounter with crypto?
Well, it goes back quite a long way back, with 23 already. So yeah, first heard of Bitcoin, I would say probably 2016, 17, but not enough to get my head into it, let's say. Even though I'm a really curious person, I think I was still more like childish, or like 20 years old, focused on other things in my life and just joining Formula One at that time. And let's say it got really serious for me early 21, so end of January 2021. I met one of my current sponsor, Arié, was a big investor in Phantom, and he's the first one that brought me on Binance. So he told me, okay, first of all, we're gonna set you up on Binance, and it just opened this new world for me, and I just found it so fascinating, all the technology, the opportunities, that I just started to go wild and crazy on that year, just to like watch YouTube videos, just going on the web to learn more about crypto, blockchains, and Web3 and all the developments, etc. So I will say it's been a good 2 years that I'm involved in crypto, and then it just keeps getting wilder and more interesting, and endless opportunities, and I'm just very excited for what's coming in the future.
What impact do you see fan tokens having on the overall experience in Formula One?
I think that's great, in the sports, and especially as an athlete, or as a team, you always try to find ways to interact with your fans, to get them involved, because at the end of the day, our sports survives thanks to the fans watching us on TV, thanks to the fans coming to the racetracks, supporting us. That's how financially the system is able to work, because from the moment the fans are not interested anymore, the whole thing collapses. And I think I'm a fan of many sports, and I want to be involved in the team that I support, or if individuals that I support. And I think it's a great way of connecting with these teams, with the people, having an impact on, now with the fan tokens, jerseys, get access to merchandising, get like a privileged access to the guys. So I think there is a real incentive, and a real bonus that we can bring with the fan tokens, and I think it's a great idea.
Afraid of high speed, and what is the highest speed you've ever reached on track?
So no, never afraid of speeds. Because otherwise that will clearly be the wrong job for me. And my highest speed, if I remember, was I think in Mexico, 375 kph.
What's the most challenging thing about going to another team, and what kind of pressure do you encounter in this new challenge?
Well, the breakup with Yuki was. No, more seriously, it's a big challenge. It's a big challenge, because it's a completely different environment than what I've seen and what I've been used to over the last 10 years. Just to give an idea in terms of proportion, Alpine at the moment is around 1,200 people, and I need to know all these people. I need to understand how the organization works, get used to all the different working methods there. The communication is slightly different, and the car itself, which is the most important, is very different from filling point of view, from setup point of view. So quite a lot to learn about. But so far, I'm super excited about this new challenge, and I can clearly see the potential from it. So just can't wait for Alpine and our work, to pay off and bring this team to the top.
Your fans on Twitter wants to know if you read books, and if so, what's your favorite book at the moment?
I wish I would read more, and this was on my resolution. You know, every year, 1st of January, you always have these beautiful resolutions, and I really want to read more because I find it so good for my mind and for my brain. And but the reality is I don't read so much. I'm a lot more into movies, into series, and I do read some stuff which are not really stories related, but more about performance enhancement, recovery, sleep, more like about self performance and how to get better myself or organization, etc. But I do want to read more like thrillers and more books. So if you guys have any suggestions, please help me with that, and that will be more than welcome.
What are you watching at the moment?
What am I watching? That's a good question because I've got a 24-hour flight going to Australia. So I've actually watched I watched the series about Marc Marquez, a MotoGP rider, which I found like fascinating. I love the Michael Jordan series on Netflix, which I'm probably gonna watch again in the flight to Australia because it's just too good. And then I'm watching also a French series at the moment, which is called Braqueur. I like all this mafia stuff, and it just gets me excited. So yeah, a couple of things. I must say I don't have like a really hard one at the moment. I'm terrible. I've never watched Suits, and I get a lot of I get a lot of trouble from my family for that. So might start as well.
Yeah, you should definitely watch that. The most popular question was, when will you get blonde highlights again?
It might be coming for summer style. So yeah, I'll keep it in mind.
Cool. Is there anything unique that you do before a race?
I sleep. I always have a nap, like an hour before the race, because it's so. The whole weekend is very draining, in terms of energy, and you're always active, always thinking about the car, how to go faster, what to improve, very focused. But then, if you're focused for 4 days in a row, you don't never switch off. Can't be peaking on Sunday for the race. So always ask for, in my schedule, I have these 25 minutes where I just go in my driver room, switch off the lights, kick everybody out from my room. I just stay on my own, lay down in the bed, and have like a sort of physio table. And then usually I switch off in like 2 minutes and fall asleep for 20 minutes, get a coffee before sleeping, so I get a nice kick of caffeine when I wake up. And and then after I start my warm-up. But that's my way to switch on my mind and my brain to the race.
That's it. Amazing.
Cool.